Hello everyone and welcome to episode 4 of Fever Pitched for the week ending 14 December 2011. We want to bring you the top news stories across all our RSS feeds, and the first one we're going to talk about at 107.4 degrees is the My Xbox Live app, which was released this past week for the iOS series of systems, handsets like the iPhone and the iPad. This came as quite a shock for a lot of readers. It was unexpected that Microsoft was going to release applications that would work on the iPhone and iPad, but it makes a lot of sense. It's a big network of people. There is no Apple console or gaming console, so it would make sense that a lot of Xbox 360 gamers would have iPhones or maybe iPads. So it may, having an app like this that will allow you to exchange messages, check your gamer score, look at your achievements, and also edit your avatar on those platforms would make a huge amount of sense. And so this was released in this past week. The second story we want to highlight on today's episode is at 106.1 degrees, and that was Patch Tuesday that happened this past Tuesday on the 13th of December. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Microsoft's security-related patches and how they release things, the second Tuesday of each month, Microsoft will release any patches for security-related updates that relate to Windows Client, Windows Server, or any of their other programs like Internet Explorer, Office, and such things. And in fact, this week's set of patches included 14 bulletins. Ultimately, only 13 were fulfilled. They pulled one at the last minute because there was a compatibility issue between one of their partners and that patch. So they will be fixing that. The other 13 patches address issues in Windows, from Windows XP all the way to Windows 7, as well as several of the server operating systems, Internet Explorer. One of the big patches that came out this week that fixed was the Dooku issue that came to light a couple months ago, and now Microsoft has released a patch that will address that, which is a flaw in the way Windows can present TrueType fonts. So if you don't have your Windows system set for automatic updates, you probably ought to visit Windows Update and download all these patches so you're protecting your system and the software you use on it. It's every month it's announced a week early to remind you that they're coming. They don't give out details, obviously, because they don't want people exploiting those vulnerabilities, but you will get them. Now, there is always another Patch Tuesday, and I call it the other Patch Tuesday, and that is what is normally the last Tuesday, next to last Tuesday of the month, and it contains updates for general stuff, not security related, so you can get updates for a number of different things for Microsoft products on that Patch Tuesday as well. So make sure you're checking those things out. Our third story at 104.9 degrees is about the Xbox Companion app that was released for Windows Phone. Now, in Fever Pitched episode 3 last week, I talked about the fact that the new Xbox 360 dashboard update had rolled out. It was a little delayed, but it has rolled out now, and it seems to have rolled out for most people who are connected to Xbox Live. Well, that delayed rollout also delayed the release of an application for Windows Phone handsets that allows you to interact with your Xbox 360. You can use it to search the new Bing search module, and it will directly connect to your Xbox 360 and bring those results up on the phone, and then you can tell it to play that video or show you that result on the Xbox 360 console. It's a very clever app. It does have some limitations, I've discovered. A couple of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to stream my local music collection over my Xbox 360. Now that's possible because there is a music application to stream music on my network. However, the problem is that same application is not discoverable by my Windows Phone 7 handset using the Xbox Companion app. So hopefully that's an update that will come down the road from Microsoft, because that way if I'm not sitting in front of my console, but I'm sitting, say, somewhere else in the house, I can pull up my phone, I can turn some music on, and I can play some local music. Of course, there are applications that are out on the Xbox 360 to the public now that allow music streaming from sites like Live FM, iHeartRadio, and things of that nature, but I'd prefer to be able to play my own music as well. So that app is out. You can download it on your Windows Phone 7 and check it out. Now, I did add a third story to this week, and I did it for a reason. It was number 4. Did I say third story? I meant fourth story. Now, I did add a fourth story to this week's Fever Pitched episode, and it was because it's a very important one that just came out very late in the week, but yet still ranked very highly across all my RSS feeds. and that was a concern about a Windows Phone SMS attack that was out there in the wild. What happened was Tom Warren over at WinRumors, and by the way, congratulations to Tom, who just got hired on as the senior European editor for The Verge. Anyway, a reader at WinRumors brought it to Tom's attention because he knew Tom had connections with Microsoft. They did not reveal any of the details of what the string of content on the SMS message has to be, but basically if you have this very unique string of characters and you send it to a Windows Phone 7, it can disable the messaging hub and impact other aspects of the phone and lock it up. So Tom contacted his folks at Microsoft that he knows, gave the information, and in fact there's a story in the links to this article that indicates Microsoft acknowledges the flaw. They're working on a fix for it. There's very slim chance that you'll be infected by it or impacted by it because the data is not public. Very smart on the part of the WinRumor reader and Tom Warren to just not blare it out there across the internet. So well done on their part for discovering it, getting it to somebody's attention, and getting it addressed. So there you go. That's our top 4 stories this week from Fever Pitched across our RSS feeds. If you're curious how we've come about and come up with the article ideas for Fever Pitched, please check out episode 3 right at the beginning of the video. It has all the details concerning how we come up with these stories. Until next week, stay safe out there.